pop up. So I think we're there. So welcome, welcome, welcome. For those who are tuning in, let's get some comments in the chat so we can see if we are live here on Facebook really quickly before we get too far into it. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you put hashtag replay so we can go back and see the comments, so we can go back and welcome you to the broadcast. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nikedra Brown, the nurse practitioner who teaches and trains you ways to get and stay healthy. I am doing interviews this week with my SBL members. If you don't know what SBL means, where have you been? SBL is Stroke by Love, so that's my health and wellness community. And so I am interviewing members all this week. I had one interview today at 1:30, and tonight we have Miss Naomi. I'll let her introduce herself in just a second. And then all this week we'll have 1:30 and 7 p.m. interviews. So if you're interested in SBL, if you've ever wanted to hear about how the program is, if you've had questions, you didn't know who to ask, well, here's your chance. So welcome to those who are tuning in. Make sure you share this out to those on your news feed. And I'm going to let Miss Naomi introduce herself.
Good afternoon. My name is Naomi Curtis Wilson. I am a mom of one son, MJ. He's 12. And
Naomi, I think I missed part of your, can you hear me?
okay, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. I think I missed part of your introduction. I'm not sure if it continued on their side or not, but I missed after you said you have one son, MJ. Oh.
Yes. And
All right, so let's hop right into it. If people are here again, you can ask your questions in the chat. First, I want to ask Naomi, how did you find out about SBL?
I found out about SBL from Kanika Moore. She used to work with me in the school system, and she moved away, and she came to see us one day, and I was like, that.
So I think we've got some choppy internet. I'm not sure if it's mine or if it's yours, but we're gonna keep moving regardless. So I heard you say that you had a previous coworker, Kanika, who was a former SBL member, and she told you a little bit about the program, and so you got interested. And when did you actually join? So the people who are viewing will know how long you've been in SBL.
I joined January 2021.
So she's just joined this year. If you stay tuned, she has given us some pictures with permission to show toward the end of the presentation. So you can see her before and after pictures. Now, I can't take credit, and SBL can't take total credit for Miss Naomi's transformation, because you had been working, as I understood, before SBL. So tell the viewers a little bit about what you had already started doing.
I had went to a doctor's appointment in August, which was 2020. And believe it or not, I was probably at the largest weight I had been, even being pregnant. So I just started working on things here, at home, like changing my eating habits. And I just started walking every day. So when I had my doctor's appointment in December, I actually had lost 25 pounds on my own, but I still was not where I wanted to be. I'm still not where I want to be, but I have come a long ways and I'm thankful. But like I said, the SBL group, it was so, she spoke very highly of the program. And so in January, I joined and I've been pleased and happy ever since.
Very good. And then this round, Naomi, I don't know if it was the coincidence or what we found is that a few people in the group actually ended up knowing each other. So you realize how small the world actually is and how you have commonalities with people who you really may not have known once you find out what your common interests and goals are. So super excited that you either told other people about the group or you just so happen to find yourself in the same space with people that you knew, which actually tends to help because you kind of have some type of internal healthy competition. You have some people you can talk to if you're confused. You have some people who you can lean on. And even if you don't know people inside the group, I always say that it's such a community that, you end up making friends that you don't even know. I have never met Naomi personally, besides being in the group, but I feel like, I know her. So soon we will meet, hopefully at our SBL reunion later this year. But you just get to feel like it's such a fellowship and such a community, and that's what it's all about. So for those, again, who are tuning in, welcome, welcome. This is our 7:00 interview with SBL member, Miss Naomi Curtis Wilson. We're talking with her about her SBL experiences. If you have questions, I know it's getting ready to be that time where we open the doors to SBL. So if you've seen on my news feed and my stories, we had our graduation yesterday. We had our community day this weekend and yesterday. So you've seen all the dedication plus commitment equals results shirts all over your news feed. Naomi had a chance to graduate, not this round yesterday, but the round before that. So if you could tell people just about graduation and kind of how that made you feel once you had your graduation day of sorts.
I'm just gonna when we first started, it was kind of like overwhelmed at first because you didn't really know what to expect. But like it's like a sisterhood, and everyone was like keeping you encouraged, and you have ambassadors, they keep reaching out. Do you have it? So once you start, you really you don't know where you're going, but everything is going in the right direction. Everything that Nikedra is telling us that we need to do, we're seeing it firsthand, and it makes you feel good when it's all at the end because everything that she has placed before us, and if you trust the process and do what you should do faithfully with fidelity, you should see results at the end. So when that graduation comes, you do feel good because you as a person, you see that the changes in your body, or you see the changes in inches in your clothes. So when you do get to that graduation,
so I always tell people that graduation is for sure a time to celebrate. We love to celebrate accomplishments in SBL. We recognize that a lot of times people put the most emphasis on the scale. We all have scales in our house, or most people, you step up on the scale once a day, once a week, twice a day, twice a week, however often you do it. And you feel like you are captured by the number that's in the scale. And what I tell people is if you stay committed and dedicated to the process, the scale has no other choice but to move. You have to recognize what all you're doing, what changes that is being made inside of your body, outside of your body. That is more than what the scale can capture. And so I think SBL really lets people understand there's changes to your body with your blood pressure, your blood sugar, the way you feel about yourself, your excitement level, your exercise level, your energy level, all of that are changes that we can't weigh on the scale. We got to give a shout out. Miss Kanika Moore is watching. She says, hey, y'all. So Kanika, she just told us that you were the reason why she joined SBL. So we got to give a special shout out to you for introducing Miss Naomi to SBL. All right, so let's find out what you like most about the program.
I'm sorry, say that again.
What do you like most about the program?
Um, I honestly like the accountability. I like the sisterhood. I like the positive affirmations. I like the morning prayer. It's encouraging because when you start this process, it's going to be times that you do get a little discouraged
Mm-hmm.
because, like she said, I'm guilty. I get on the scale every day. And if I don't see what I think or feel like I should see, I do get a little discouraged. But you have SBL sisters that encourage and you the scale, and you can do this. So for me, I like that accountability. I like the sister love, and I like all the encouraging,
And for most people, it
from
is
each
the
other.
accountability because many people know what to do. I mean, this is probably not the first time that the average person that comes through SBL has tried to get on the path to greater health and wellness. So most people know some of what they should be doing. The problem is that they aren't doing it. And so the difference between knowing what you should be doing and actually doing it is where the gap lies. And so SBL helps to kind of fill that gap so that you know not only what to do, but you're on a path to actually doing those things. And so, how has your mindset or the way you think about yourself, your health, and your wellness changed since you started the program?
My mindset has totally changed. For me, I must admit, I like when you said eating like three green vegetables and a day. Um, I try not to eat after a certain time. So by going through this process, it has really helped me to look at things totally different and to try to, continue to change because it's for the better me. So I do know those was some accustomed to not eat early. Like I eat probably like 9 or 10. So at first I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought I was going to pass out. But oh my goodness, I didn't know. But it got better, as time went on. So just and now it's like it's a norm. I know
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat something probably until 9 or 10, but like the cutoff time for eating dinner and just that green vegetable intake, I'm gonna be totally honest. That was a test and trial for me to
Mm-hmm.
try to get that in, but it's making me aware. And like you said, once you go through the program, everybody is different and everything works for some things work for some and some things don't work. So it's important for you to get to know your body and know what works for you. And I know that for me, it's a must for me to get that green vegetable intake.
Mm-hmm. So the very thing that you have the most difficulty with is the thing that you really, really need. And that's the case with most people. Most people that don't really like to get up early and exercise, well, that's the thing that they need to actually push them over the edge. And so SBL is a group coaching program. And so we have different targets each week, and you are given those targets, and we use a point system to help with accountability. And what I teach them during the program is that certain weeks you're going to go through and we're going to do things and you're going to figure out, yeah, that's really not for me. And then certain weeks you're going to figure out, oh, I feel great. Like this is what I should really implement in the weeks to come. And that's what I want you to do because you're not going to be in SBL forever. You're not going to be on a point system and an accountability system forever. So at some point you're going to have to hold yourself accountable and know what things work for you and what things don't work for you so that when that time comes, you're able to make the better choices. So we already talked about shifts in mindset, and you talked about the hardest thing, which is the green vegetables. Let's talk about how SBL is more than just body. So a lot of people will see the pictures because that's things that people can see, right? They'll look at pictures or they'll see you and say, oh, Naomi, what have you done? And then they see the weight loss, but they don't see all the other things that you have gained from the program, which is a shift in your mindset, which is a shift in your soul, which is a shift in your spirituality. So can you speak a bit about how it's just a total change in a lot of things that people don't see, that's really behind the scenes as it relates to SBL?
Okay. Like the mind is like you losing weight, but at the same time, it's a routine. You have to train your mind, prepare yourself for that new you. Um, just like I said, the mental thing for me, and most people, they want to see the weight come off,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more than just a certain amount of weight. Um, you didn't gain all of it at one time, and you're not
Right.
going to lose it all at one time. And losing weight is kind of like a mental thing, but I do remember, I say, about what Nakidra say, I have to remember, I have to trust the process because it is a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like we talked about the body part, but the soul, I can remember just looking at myself in the mirror before I joined SBL. But after I have been through this process, now I'm starting to look at myself in the mirror and I'm seeing the change, or I'm seeing more things that I like. Um, your confidence is getting better. You're boosting about, I'm able to do more things with my son. Um, and I just feel like I shared before, about this. So the SBL is a true sisterhood. I taught about the affirmations and the morning prayer. We have our weekly scriptures that you read that can help you when you need it. And one of the things that being stroked by love, it's going to take all three to make this process work. You got to have your mind, got to be there, your body has to be there, and your soul. It's a three. You got to have all three. And you have to be dedicated. Because if you're not dedicated, you're not going to see the process. You're not going to see the end results that you want to see. You're going to get you're going to get whatever you put into it.
Right.
But if you go into it 100%, you will see the end results is going to be what you would like to see.
And
And I'll
that's
tell anybody,
absolutely
trust the
true.
process.
People will get from the process what they put into the process. And so I have this quote that I put up sometimes, and it says, "Don't be mad at the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do." Right? So a lot of times people want all these grand results, but they really look back and think, hey, I didn't do all that work. I really didn't turn in all my points. I really didn't get up to come in 550. I really didn't do this and didn't do that. And so when they look back at the results of other people, they oftentimes want the same results, but you don't want to put in the work. If you think about it, if it were easy, right, everybody across the world, across this country would be pencil thin, would have no problem with their health and wellness. They'd be the picture of health. But because it's not easy, that means you have to put more work into it. I always say you have to do the hard things. The hard things, the more you do them, they become easier. They don't become easy, but they become easier. So we also set goals. I help you all figure out how you need to have goals, not just for your body, but for your life, for your finances, for your professional development, all that kind of stuff. Because I think that if you get the foundation of your body, it will allow you to do lots of things in your career, lots of things in your personal life, lots of things in your purpose. There are a lot of people who are in SBL who I think haven't moved on the true purpose and the reason that they are here. We all have a purpose and a reason. And for those who don't know, we love a little bit of Jesus in SBL. So, if you don't get along with Jesus good, that's probably not the place for you to be. So purpose is where we kind of talk about how you need to get your body, your vessel in the best shape, how you need to get in your best possible health and wellness so that you can go out into the world and carry out your purpose, carry out his will. Because none of this is really for us. Like it's really not for us. The way we look, the way we talk, gathering here now, none of this is for us. It all is for him. And so how can we go out and do the purpose that he has given us if we are sick in our body, if we have ailments, if we're constantly complaining, if we constantly have things that we don't do? If we don't do those things for us, then how can he expect us to do the same things for him? So first we have to be comfortable with the skin that we're in, and we have to recognize that we have to treat our bodies as if they are temples, as if they are perfectionists that comes from him. So let's talk about, we talked about the hardest thing. Let's just talk about any other thing that you want to touch on before we get out of here. I see a bunch of people, a bunch of your SBL sisters are in the comments. Welcome, ladies. If you are tuning in, this is our 7 o'clock interview with Miss Naomi. She is an SBL member. She said earlier she's been in the group since January. I am interviewing members 1:30 every day this week and at 7 o'clock. So you can get an idea of what SBL is. We get ready to open the doors next week. And so if you have been on the fence, if you've been wondering if it's for you, I wanted you to have a first line account and to be able to ask questions for some of the ladies who are actually in the group and not just get my word for it. So let's let the group know what else or let the people know what else you have to say about SBL. And I'm going to try to pull your pictures up here while we do that.
One of the things I can say on another weight program, I must say that I have learned a lot with Nikidra. She teaches you about education, and she let you know why you're doing some things. And to me, that's important. If it's certain foods that we shouldn't eat, trust and believe you're going to know exactly why you shouldn't eat it. And it might make you want to think twice again before you eat it again, or if you ever eat it. But that's what's important to me, because I'm being educated through this process and getting a true understanding of the importance of what I should do and why I shouldn't. And that's really, really important. And one of the positive things I can say is I started trying my best to lose weight in August 2020. And right now I have lost a total of 45 pounds. And I know that if you trust the process, mind, body, and soul, be committed to all three with fidelity, you will see great results at the end if you trust the process.
Trust the process. All right. So Naomi has submitted some pictures. I posted one earlier, but again, with her permission, let's show. This is her picture from December. So this should be December of last year, 2020, to June of this year. And so this is her transformation in 6 months. So December of last year to June 2021. So congratulations. She thinks she hot stuff, right, y'all? You earned it. And then I have one more recent trip to the beach. So again, that same December 2020 picture with the recent trip to the beach here this month. So congratulations, Naomi.
Thank you. Thank you.
So again, the before and after pictures typically are what resonates with most people, just because it's something that the eyes can see. We recognize that this whole SBL journey and health and wellness journey is more than what the eyes can see. It really does go beyond just looking at somebody. But we want to just acknowledge and congratulate you for sharing your pictures and for sharing your journey with us tonight. So lots of people are saying, whoop, whoop, go girlie, you look great. All those good things.
Thank you, ladies.
All right, so if there are no questions in the comments, we're gonna hop off. I wanna thank Naomi personally for allowing me and SBL to be a part of your health and wellness journey. I recognize that there are many other programs, many other people that you could have associated with, but I don't take it lightly that you decided to come my way and that you listen at me talk at 5:50 in the morning and that you not only listen, but you also take the words and you apply them to your everyday life. That's what's most important. I want people to know what to do and what not to do. But when you understand it and it's broken down in a way that you can understand it, I think that you can apply it a little bit better so that it works for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being a part of our community. And I appreciate you so very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you too.
All right, everybody, we're going to sign off for tonight. We'll have another interview tomorrow on Tuesday at 1:30. Again, thanks, Naomi, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.